Well, hello. Unfortunately, it's taken me forever to get these videos up. I'm really sorry I've been so slack. I have a little bit of a good excuse. I've been very busy at university getting my experiments underway, and also with Rotary and travelling. I have done quite a bit of travelling every weekend I've been away, it seems. So that's my excuse. I hope you'll forgive me. It is Saturday today and the weather outside is lovely, but I have set aside the entire day to update everyone in Rotary with what I've been doing, so I hope that helped. So I'm going to start right back at the end of January. I went on a hiking trip, and it was from Chepstow up to Tintern Abbey. So I was really lucky. I got to see some of the woods around Chepstow and the Wye Valley there, and end up visiting Tintern Abbey, which was something that I wanted to see. The abbey was huge. It was the ground is grass instead of being a stone building ground, so it was something I've never seen before, and I really did enjoy it. The problem is it's in the middle of nowhere, so I'm really glad that I got to do some hiking as well as seeing Tintern Abbey. It was on a Sunday and it was a really nice day. On the 6th and 7th of February, it was a weekend. I spent the weekend by myself in Bristol. There was quite a few things that I wanted to see there, and I decided that I'd rather go by myself and see it than not go at all. So I had a really lovely time. I stayed in a hostel. I actually managed to go out for dinner at a really nice Italian restaurant by myself, which was an experience, but I really enjoyed that as well, so that was cool. Over the weekend, the main thing I wanted to see was the SS Great Britain, which is it's an iron-hulled ship, and it was designed by an engineer called Brunel, and he was pretty much ahead of his time. The designs that he put into that ship were quite, I guess you could say they were revolutionary in a way, so it really interested me seeing the work that he had done on the ship. As well as the ship, he's also designed a suspension bridge called the Clifton Suspension Bridge, and that's in Bristol as well. So I got to go and check that out. So I guess you could say Brunel is definitely one of my favourite engineers at the moment.
When I was a young man, I wanted to sail around the world. That's the life for me, living on the sea. The spirit of a sailor is circumnavigates the globe. The lust of a pioneer will acknowledge no frontier. I remember you by thunderclap in the sky, lightning flash, tempest flare round the court. If you dare, I just spent 6 months in a leaky boat, lucky just to keep afloat.
As well as those Brunel's work, Bristol also has quite a lot of a rich history in cathedrals, and there's the Queen's Square and Red Lodge, which is it actually used to be a house for girls, but prior to that it was a house, just a living house. But I was interested in that as well, and I checked those out. They also have a church called St. Mary Redcliffe's Church, and it's from the Gothic period, so the architecture is it's very intricate, and it's different from all the other churches I've seen before. So there's photos up from that as well.
give to me, it makes me that you say to me keeps my heart on time. Red blood flowing like a rough rapid when you are nearby. Ain't no doubt, 'cause it's plain to see you set us so fire. Something so true is what I get from you, and I hope that you'll see you get the best of me. Something so true is what I get from you, and I hope that you'll see you get the best of me. Spread around to the people in your life, sharing their weight and their pressure just to make it right. I hope one day that you get.
And on the Sunday I actually checked out a science and technology centre called Explore at Bristol. It was a huge centre that had mainly small children in it, but it was right up my alley, and I learnt a lot about different technology things there, and it's very interactive. I'm sure I looked like a goose walking around with my camera amongst all the small school children, but I did have a good time, so I guess that's all that counts. The other thing that I found attractive about Bristol is that Banksy, who's my favourite street artist. He's probably a lot of people's favourite street artist because he's very famous. He was actually born and brought up in Bristol before he moved to London, so some of his earlier works are there, and he's been back to Bristol since to do works as well. Because he's a street artist, a lot of his works get painted over because they're regarded as graffiti. But there is one that's in Bristol that the population of Bristol has voted that it's a mural and it's not graffiti, so that was the one I went and checked out, and some of my friends back home are quite jealous that I saw a Banksy original, but that was very cool as well, walking around the streets trying to find Banksy original on the walls, and I found it.